Welcome to the ICT Silver Bullet Blackout Edition. Now, this isn't just another trading model, this is the one that changed everything for me personally. The one that turned late entries and panic trades into confidence, conviction and consistent execution. I know what it's like to be stuck, to go from YouTube video to video, trying to force trades outside of your bias, questioning every entry, thinking the next strategy will be the one. But it's not about learning 50 different concepts, it's about mastering one. The ICT Silver Bullet model gave me structure. It taught me when to look for setups, how to filter the noise, and how to execute with real intent. So if you've been hopping from strategy to strategy, this is where that ends. Because one model, traded at the right time with precision, is all you need to pass funded accounts, grow your cushion and scale multiple payouts, and trade with real peace of mind. So this is the same model I used to trade $500,000 in funding. The same model I teach in my VIP. And in this video, I'm breaking it down start to finish. So let's lock in. So when I first started trading, I had no idea what I was doing. I'd bounce between signal groups, I'd buy courses, I'd watch like 10 different YouTubers. So I was chasing wins, not really building any foundation. And every time I did get a win, I'd size up, get emotional and end up blowing the account. So there was no structure, no discipline. I was actually addicted to price action, but I had zero control over myself. Then I found ICT. At first it felt like information overload. SMT, market structure shifts, fair value caps, breakers, it was a lot. But the more I studied, the more I started to see a pattern. One setup kept showing up consistently, and that was the Silver Bullet model. Same window, same logic, same execution framework, and that's when everything clicked. I stopped trading all day, I picked one session, I refined one model, and I built a full process around it. So since then I've passed multiple funded accounts, I've scaled multiple payouts, and built real confidence in my execution. So no more gambling, no more revenge trades, just precision. And none of it came from magic, it came from repetition and discipline. So that's what this video is about. Because once you guys lock into one model and focus all of your energy into refining it, that's when you really start to separate yourself. So the Silver Bullet model I use is built around strict execution during the New York AM session. So I only trade 2 precise windows each day. So we've got the first AM macro, which is 9:45 to 10:15 AM Eastern Standard Time. And also we have the second AM macro, which is 10:45 to 11:15 AM AST. So anything outside of these windows is irrelevant. No setups, no over trading. This model is focused on clean, high probability reversals, not any trend continuation models or random entries. So the structure is simple. So we've got a liquidity sweep where price takes out a key high or low. Number 2, we'll have a market structure shift confirming smart money is reversing the direction. Then number 3, we've got the fair value gap to enter inside of with precision. And if I don't get that sequence, there's simply no trade. And also if it happens outside of the macro windows, then I simply do not trade either. And this is exactly how I've passed multiple funded accounts and taken multiple payouts just through this one model executed ruthlessly. Most traders think trading is all about setups, SMT, market structure shifts, fair value gaps. But what if I told you guys none of that matters if you're looking at the wrong time? So the truth is, this model is algorithmic and always is time before price. It's designed to appear during specific time windows, just like a signature in price. And the times it shows up, so again, we've got first AM macro, which is 9:45 AM AST to 10:15 AM AST. And then again, second AM macro, 10:45 to 11:15 AM AST. That's when the algo delivers setups with real precision. And outside of these macros, the model simply does not appear. And if it does, it gives you false signals that will get you chopped out. And this is why I call it the macro advantage. Because once you align your trading with these windows, you stop chasing and you start reading the algorithm. Every single big win I've had came during these macros. And that's not a coincidence, it's by design. Now this is where it all clicks. The Silver Bullet is built on one clean, repeatable sequence. Sweep, market structure shift and fair value gap. So let's break it down, starting with step 1, which is the sweep. So price runs a key liquidity level often something obvious like London high, Asia low, or even previous day high, and that's your liquidity grab. That is the trap set. Step 2, the market structure shift. So after the sweep, we want to see a market structure shift, and this is your confirmation that smart money has flipped the direction. If there's no break in structure, you do nothing. Step 3, the fair value gap. So once you've got the shift, you look for a clean fair value gap inside of that displacement, and that's exactly where we enter. Not on impulse, not early, but with precision. And this is what changed everything for me. No market structure shift, I don't trade. No sweep, I simply sit out. And no fair value gap inside of the displacement leg, I pass the trade. So this model strips out the noise, it'll keep you guys focused, and it'll stop you guys from forcing trades that don't meet the full criteria of the model. So before I dive into the charts and show you guys a chart example, we're going to talk about risk management first, because this is where most traders do end up blowing accounts. So starting off on risk, I want you guys to risk around 1% per trade on evaluation accounts, but once you guys are funded, you could just simply drop back to 0.5% and protect cushion and scale safely. And then as for stop loss, it's always at a true invalidation. So that means below a fair value gap I'm entering from, or simply below the external range low of the displacement leg. Now for taking profits, so TP1 is usually at around 1 to 1.5 R, and this is where I close around 80% of my position and secure most of the bag. TP2 is usually at some sort of internal range liquidity, so that midpoint draw you can see forming within the displacement leg. So I'll close another further 10% there. So for TP3, it's usually going to be at some sort of external range liquidity. Think like London high, Asia high, somewhere where we can just set break even and leave that runner to secure the final 10%. So this structure keeps me consistent, locked in and confident, even on the days price tries to shake me out, like no news Mondays, etc. Because this game is about being a professional executor, not a hopeful gambler. So I'm just going to quickly take you guys through a quick chart example, which is a trade that I had taken from yesterday. So we open up at 9.30, we accumulate, we take price below the sell side here, create a bullish SMT. Also looking at the higher time frame as well, where we're inside of a discount of the higher time frame dealing range from this swing low up to the swing high during that trading session. So if we get the fib tool, you can clearly see that we retrace to 50% of the higher time frame dealing range. So after retracing to 50% of the dealing range, we take out sell side liquidity. We've got a bullish SMT as NQ takes out the sell side while AS holds above. So number 1, we've got the sweep. Number 2, we've got the market structure shift, which is this swing high gets ran through with a body close and a clean displacement. And then number 3, which is where we are taking our long from, inside of this bullish fair value gap right here, highlighted in red. So we take our entry there. Stop loss was below the displacement leg, below this bullish order block. As for taking profits, TP1 was at this minor buy side right here. We closed around 80% of our position there and set stop loss to break even. TP2 was at this buy side up here, closing a further 10%, and then left the remainder of the position, the last remaining 10%, to new week opening gap low, and as you can see, TP3 got smashed there as well. Also notice how we're trading inside of that first AM macro window, which is the highest probability macro, so from 9:45 AM to 10:15 AM AST. So I took this trade live inside of the VIP Discord yesterday with the team. 1 model, 2 time windows, 3 rules, sweep, market structure shift, fair value gap. That's it. You don't need 1,000 indicators. You don't need to trade all day. You just need 1 sniper setup and the discipline to wait for it. This is how I've passed multiple funded accounts. This is how I've pulled consistent payouts. And this is what I trade live every single New York AM session. So if you want to see this model in action, if you want to watch me execute it live, hit the link in the description and join the VIP, because that's where the real source is.